Yo, what's up? Welcome back. Talks with Ken, episode number 9. Today I have a special guest with me, the bane of my existence, the nigga that I hate. His name is... What's your name?
My name's Justin Washington.
Justin Washington.
If that sounds familiar, I was on the CR Rider News.
How'd you do on the Rider News?
You were my partner. You tell me.
I thought you sucked.
I'm glad to be here, Ken.
Nah, I got my boy Justin here with me today, and we're going to talk about some stuff. Are you ready to talk about some stuff?
Yes, I have no idea what we're going to talk about, so I'm ready to give it my full perspective.
Okay. Do you think Amish niggas still think we should have slavery?
You want to know my honest answer to that?
Yes.
Yes, I do. I have never seen an Amish nigga look at me and not think nigger in there. I'm sorry. You're going to have to censor that. But I know when he looks at me, he's definitely thinking of the hard R.
I be thinking that because I'm like, yo, Amish people really think or at least what I've heard is they're stuck in they like that old time period where they just do everything by hand or whatever. And they still riding their horse and buggy and shit. And I feel like every time I look at them, I'm like, yo, they don't use electricity and they do everything hard labor and they like the old days. So I bet they like slavery. Mm-hmm. And I bet they was the ones most angry when they was all like, nah, slavery is not a thing anymore.
I could definitely see that. I could definitely see an Amish nigga just having like 60 slaves and then they're all gone and it's all like, fuck, nah, I gotta make more kids to do this shit. And better yet, you know what I always talk about this with Amish people. I feel so bad for them. This is why I know I could never be Amish.
Why?
They don't have porn. You ever thought about that? They don't have porn, bro. They're just beaten off to their imagination.
That's kind of sad.
That is sad. I was there at one point.
Do you think they beat off to not
regular dudes and women? Yes, I do.
Do you think their fantasies is just beating off to electronics?
You mean like nigga jerking off to an iPhone?
He's just thinking of an iPhone. He's like, oh yeah, Siri. She's all like, how are you doing today? I'm doing good.
Better yet, he's like, Siri. No, I can picture it. She's like, hey Siri. She's like, how can I help you? He's like, oh, you can help me in a lot of things. Turn on.
Oh nah, I ain't like how I can hear the claps in my ears. Oh man, yeah, because I was driving here today and I saw an Amish person, and I know you wanted to talk about why you thought we should bring back racism. Yeah, you're on the spot now. No. Yeah, and I was like, that'd be an interesting way to start the conversation. So tell me, Justin, why do you think segregation was good? Yo, this is a horrible way to start off the episode. This is a horrible way to start off the episode.
Before this goes any further, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's all a joke. I don't believe in this.
It's definitely a joke.
I love black women so much.
Hey, all I'm saying is you wearing a Black Power fist on your shirt right now. So
be very wary of what I say next. Yes.
I go crazy.
Now, slavery was wrong. Yes. But
oh God.
No, there's no good place I can take it. I don't feel comfortable because I have these bracelets on that say Black Lives Matter.
He has a Black Power shirt on, Black Lives Matter wristlets on.
The worst part is if I say anything, I've got the names of various victims of police brutality. I'm not saying anything on this topic. Nigga, catch me next time though when I'm not wearing it.
Speaking of racism, do you think Justin Bieber learned from his mistakes?
Definitely not. Peyton, if you're listening to this, you're sick for still listening to that dude. Don't get me wrong. Peaches slaps.
Peaches slaps so hard.
It does. JB got me through some hard times. That should be me. I felt that on numerous occasions. Uh-huh. But we still shouldn't overlook that one video of him singing One Less Lonely. One Less Lonely, beep.
Yeah, that was...
I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised he still has a career after that.
I think the weirdest part was at the end of the video. It sounded like someone was laughing, and another person was like, "Oh yeah, look, we gotta look back at that." So I don't really I blame him. I'm not gonna be like one of those people oh well, they were young, they make mistakes, but he was young. He did make a mistake, but he did know what he was doing. I don't know how they continued to let him have a career. But like, I feel like ever since then, he's been trying to cater to the niggas more. Like, you don't ever see him posted up with all like the white celebrities like Ariana Grande and
There's
shit.
always Jaden Smith.
That
man.
nigga he always with Jaden and Quavo and Amigos and all them niggas.
Hey, amigos, if y'all listening, look up One Less Lonely Nigger by Justin Bieber. See if y'all still want him on that next feature.
I think he was on their album too.
Y'all disgust me.
Did you see his dreadlocks?
Oh, that shit looks gross.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't even want to call those dreads.
Those are like, that's just a cry for help.
Yeah.
That dude is crying for help.
That shit was sad. But let's get off of racism.
Thank you.
Most of you may know that Justin and I have spent our lives together and will continue to do so for so much.
Ayo, cut this. Ayo, this wasn't what I signed up for.
There's a priest coming here in 2 minutes.
All right,
You better prepare your wedding vows.
I want to cheat already.
Oh, damn.
That's all I'm getting. The whole time you said, I'm thinking like, how am I gonna cheat first? White women.
Oh, damn. Damn. Not even a black chick. They deserve better.
This
You
was
right.
never consensual. I want to hurt you in the most ways.
Speaking of hurting people, the dentist method. That was a topic I really wanted to touch today. So if those of you who don't know, Justin he has a master's in philosophy of women playing. He's like
Scamming.
he's a master of scamming, and he's never done the scamming himself. But you know what they say: the coaches don't play, they coach.
Shout out, coach, right now.
Shout out, coach. And Justin has done his research to find the perfect method of getting pointless sex. I want you to advertise the dentist method like a commercial.
Before I go any further, just so I don't get sued, the dentist method is not mine. I saw it on a TV show and I learned it, and I'm like, wow, this sounds like it could actually work. Hold up, let me tell my niggas about this so we can all get some pointless sex. You feel me? All right. Hello, have you guys ever wanted to get pointless, meaningless sex with no strings attached? Like, you wanted to have sex with someone, right? But you didn't want to feel bad when you kind of like push them to leave, right?
Yes.
Like, due to society standards, you can't have sex with a woman, ask her to leave without being a dick, right? Without being a dick. That's where the dentist method comes into play. The dentist method is a 6-step system that gets you pointless sex, no strings attached, you're out. You got what you wanted. 6 steps. First step is the D. Demonstrate value. Now, with demonstrating value, this can be in a large assortment of ways, all right? So, for example, this could be she overhearing you getting some medication for your grandma, right? Or maybe she overhears you giving your sister some advice, you know? Like, she's getting through a hard time and you're there for her. Or maybe even just you, per se, like helping out at your local community center. As long as she's getting to know you as a person to, like, you know, get your type of character, that's all that matters.
Right.
Now, after that, we're going to move on to our next step. E. E is engage physically. Now, this is where a lot of niggas trip up. This is consensual touch.
Okay.
Let me repeat that. Consensual touch.
Got you.
Right? And this can be little foreplay, right? So it can be like maybe a tap on the forearms, maybe the shoulder, hell, maybe even the shoulder. I already said shoulder. Well, wherever you can get it.
Right.
As long as it's consensual. Little touches here and there. That could be you or her, as long as you're establishing that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, you're going to want to do this next step really carefully. You're going to want to nurture dependence.
How do we do that, Justin?
Okay, there's a lot of ways you can do this. But the overall goal is to get her to feel like she needs you. She needs to grow a dependence on you. So a common way that I found is call her from a block number. Mm-hmm. Disguise your voice a little bit. And then threaten her life.
You're gonna bomb your house.
Something like that. Maybe, I know where you live. I'll burn you alive and skin you like a deer.
Hey, you practiced this shit before, haven't you?
My niggas have, because it's an effective method.
Oh, all right.
All right. So once you've threatened her life, she should call you. You should have been, developing. You should have been nurturing her dependence on you to feel like she needs you. Now, if you've done this correctly, she's going to call you crying, right? She's going to be like, oh my God, some guy just tried to skin me like a deer and burn me alive. Ooh. Oh my God, what'd I do?
What do we do?
You're going to comfort her at that point.
Comfort her. Got you.
You're going to grow her dependence on you even more, right? You. Then once you do that, you're going to do this next step. This is probably the easiest step out of the whole 6-step system. The next N.
Nigga.
No.
Oh.
No. Not enough. Neglect emotionally. You're going to cut this girl off for 2 to 4 weeks. However long it takes, really, for her to feel like she's lost you as a person. That means no contact with her whatsoever. Block her calls, ignore her emails, her texts. Don't even answer the FaceTime.
Damn.
And if you want to be real spicy with it, like a picture, but don't comment. Let her know that you see her, but you don't care.
Oh, I like that.
So after you're done with that period, you're going to move on to the next step, the unthinkable. You're going to inspire hope. You're going to come back into her life, and you're going to make her feel like she needs you. And you can do this in a lot of ways. You can do this the lie that everyone uses, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was just so hurt in my last relationship. I didn't know how to open up. Or you could do the classic, like, what's it called? Some bullshit. Like, I wasn't ready. I call this one the Tyler Perry. I wasn't ready to be the man you needed me to be, which scared me. But now I'm ready to step up to the home plate and swing. And if you've done all the steps right, if you've done all these steps right,
is that when I get the coochie?
Wait for it. She's gonna welcome you with open arms. And that night, you should get sweet, passionate pity sex. Oh, yeah. And once you've gotten the pity sex, you've done what you've got what you wanted after all this, right? Mm-hmm. Which leads us to our last step, the S. Separate entirely. Cut the bitch off. We ain't ever talking to her again. Don't ever talk to her. Don't ever contact her. You might as well get a new identity. You don't ever want her trying to find you anything. Just make sure she can never contact you again. Leave the state if you got to, but whatever you do, never see her again. We've done what we wanted.
Would you say you're an advocate for the D.E.N.N.I.S method?
No, not at all. If I have a daughter, I hope she never has to. This is why I teach women this, so they can recognize the steps.
You taught me the D.E.N.N.I.S method.
Shh, you already knew about the D.E.N.N.I.S method, but you just didn't know the name of it. You've been doing this for years.
Because you taught me.
I didn't teach you. No.
You just don't want to claim that you taught me.
No.
Hey, this nigga right here taught me the D.E.N.N.I.S method.
Because when a woman hits me up saying, your friend isn't shit, and neither are you. First of all, I'm probably not even going to respond.
I'm about to say, you shouldn't care. She not fucking you.
Because it definitely was. Oh.
Wait, no, it was
But that actually brings me to my next point.
Ooh.
If you've got a friend that doesn't have like a lot of standards, you could move in. You can do the next steps for him to get pointless sex from that girl.
Ooh.
So once you've left her in a like very pitiful state, vulnerable state, excuse me, that's the better word for it. She's gonna be very, again, vulnerable, which is where we introduce the MAC. Move in after completion. Ooh, she's gonna need. God, I'm a terrible person.
Yeah,
Mom, I hope you never see this. Kenny, if you see this, at least you know the steps. You're about to go into high school.
Listening back to this, it's like, damn, yo, the D.E.N.N.I.S method is really fucked up.
It is.
It really is.
I don't use it, by the way.
I like to think that I don't use the D.E.N.N.I.S method. Justin always tells me, he's always like, yeah, yo, you've been D.E.N.N.I.S-ing her, you D.E.N.N.I.S her. And I'm like, no, I didn't D.E.N.N.I.S them because I didn't separate entirely. And for some reason, I think that's even worse that I didn't separate entirely because maybe I'm still there.
No, because when you don't separate entirely, this is genius on his part. He leaves enough room for him to come back and repeat the process all over again.
Trust the process.
He calls it the D.E.N.N.I.
The D.E.N.N.I. Bitches love D.E.N.N.I.
And once you've done the MAC method, you can do the more complicated Frankfurt.
I don't know the Frankfurt.
Frankfurt is too many steps to even go into. Just know that shit crazy. You got to fake your own death at one point. It's just, But I mean, coochie, man.
Could you imagine faking your own death?
Yes. Yes, I could actually.
Would you do it?
Depending on the circumstances, yeah. Car crash.
Would you, if you had to do a practice funeral, right?
I do it. I want to see who's crying, who's there, who's not crying. I need to see who's balling and who ain't shit.
All right, boom. You're at my funeral.
Oh, do I know? Do I know it's your like?
Yeah.
Oh,
yo, you're there. I'm the one. I'm the one dead, right? Yeah. And you're speaking. What's the speech you give?
How young were you?
Nigga, I went out of like, I don't want to say age, because I don't want to say later on that I actually died that age.
All right,
fucked up. Let's just say in the future.
In the future, all right, I'm going to assume we're like,
far in the future.
I'm assuming we're like really old at this point. And we've done everything we've said. At this point, we're just chilling on our patio. And you're asking me what speech?
Yeah. What's your first line?
Hey, everybody. Sucks to be here, huh? I didn't expect this to be my Sunday night, but fuck, it's better than raising the grandkids. Am I right?
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. Kendel Daniel Dawson was a lot of things. He was a romantic. He was a filmmaker. He was a husband. He was a friend. But above all that, he was a person. A person that you knew. A person that you knew.
Damn right.
And more importantly, a person that you definitely knew. You're the reason you got grandkids.
You damn right.
Dab me up. Dead Kendel.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he dapped up dead Kendel. Shut up. That's not the point here. The point is he's gone. You got the one lady breaking down, and he ain't coming back. So it's best to start moving on now.
He's gone.
He would want us to move on. Zendaya, are you like single now? Or
oh, damn.
I'm just saying, things have been real hard since Yara took the kids.
So it was like that, huh?
I'm kidding.
You want to know what my first line at your funeral would be?
Damn, I don't like the tone already.
I'd be like, attention, everyone. It's a sad, sad day. Because this nigga still owe me $50. I remember we went to the movies to see our premiere, and you was all like, don't worry, bro. I'm going to pay you back.
No, you know how it go.
How?
It'd be me, you in the car. No, we don't got to pay for our own premiere movie. They gonna let us in for free.
They ain't let us sit for free. I had to pay. It was like $20 for my ticket, and for some reason, his ticket was like $21. I don't know what he was on.
I wanted popcorn in the front row seat. I don't like edges.
Yeah. And then he owed me gas money, too. And I know I'm rich, and we both rich. That's still $50. Now do that scene from, fuck, I forgot which one it was. I know. Give me my money, nigga. I want my money, nigga. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah. I hope you go to my funeral. I don't want to go to yours.
What if we just
died at the same time?
I was gonna say, what if we just go to each other's?
At the same time?
Yeah.
That's got to be so confusing for some people.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you just get back from Justin's funeral. Yeah, I was just at Kendel's. Man, Justin had such a... Wait, Justin, he had a beautiful speech. Yeah. Kendel did, too.
Ain't that nigga just...
Bum.
Oh, them niggas in Cancun. Chilling it up with Tupac.
Oh, man, Cuba. Is it Cuba where he's at?
Oh, yeah, it is Cuba.
Yeah, Cancun. Cancun too nice.
All right. I got another question. We went to college together.
We did for 6 months.
Yeah, I'm about to make you cry, nigga.
It's not hard. I used to cry a lot at college.
How you gonna live without me?
By breathing.
I hate you. Nah, it's...
I mean, if you really... Okay, in all seriousness, I think the hardest for me, like getting over that I wasn't going to college with my best friend was like, that thing was like a year ago. It was probably when we like initially left. And there wasn't really a lot of time to mourn. I guess it would have been like that summer, because then, you know, me and Mel were supposed to room together, but then she dropped out, and then I got to live with Machete Kid. So really, the thought in my mind was like, fuck, I don't care who I'm living with, as long as it's not fucking Machete Kid. about to give me a cut in the middle of the night, wake up with no eyes, bro. Like,
Machete Kid was a guy who Justin was supposed to room with, and his profile photo for the rooming process or whatever was
not even that.
It
Not
was
even
his Instagram.
Yeah, it was just an Instagram. The profile used to be private. God, I really hope he doesn't see this. I don't think you're weird, but I just thought it would have been dangerous for me to live with you, dude. Nothing against you as a person, but that just scared me.
I mean,
But congrats on the room all to yourself, though, right?
I wouldn't want to live with Machete Kid.
It was terrifying.
That sounds horrifying.
Oh my God. Because, like, here's what it was. Like, and there was other roommates, too, right? But that's the one I would have shared the room with myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, to anyone wondering why, like, I'm still not on campus, that is the reason.
I don't want to live with Machete Kid.
I don't.
I understand that.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I like Kendel.
Hey, yo, Priest, you can't come no more. This nigga sweet. But happy Pride Month. I respect everyone.
Honestly.
But this nigga still sweet. Anyways.
Shout out Sweetco.
Shout out Sweetco. We love you, Sweetco.
Not like that, but
yeah,
in a friendship way.
We appreciate you.
And the jokes you've come with.
You think Sweetco knows who Sweetco is?
Definitely not. He might have an idea if he ever saw this, but I don't think Sweetco's going to process it.
I think Sweetco could see this, and Sweetco still wouldn't know. And Sweetco would look at him and be like, yeah, shout out that nigga Sweetco.
Okay, yo, Sweetco sound kind of tough. I want to see this dude.
Look in the mirror, nigga. Nah, but like for me, I think it was like, I was like going through it all at the same time. Cause then I left Drexel and I was like, damn, yo, I'm pretty much a college dropout at this point. Like, damn, Kanye did this shit and he made it sound so easy.
Isn't it ironic that he gave us graduation?
Yeah. So I guess I'm on like my graduation phase now because like.
No, you're going back though. Kanye didn't go back.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you right. But it was mad weird because like I had to live the whole term or whatever. Like you guys were all in school and shit, and I just
let's not act like it was like completely crazy. I've done the last year of school at home, yeah. and I like to think that even though like you weren't in school, you were kind of in school because you've been helping me with like all these projects and stuff.
You don't tell your teachers that.
With the at home projects that are separate from my college degree.
Oh, you smart.
I'm a genius.
I bet they didn't hear about.
I really hope they're not watching this because it makes me think, how much free time do you have?
And why my shit still ain't graded?
Yeah.
These niggas owe me an email reply. I'm just saying.
I'm just here, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, the people at Emerson seem pretty cool. Shout out to the people from Emerson watching because I know I have a couple of friends at Emerson that watch. But like, it's definitely going to be weird having a new roommate, especially because like I've known you for like,
I want to say 6. No, I think we're probably 6 years. It's going on 6 years.
Known you for like 6 years, and like for those of you who don't know, Justin is like one of those. All right, so I have like, there's like 2 people in my life that I'm like just close with. It's Lucas and Justin, and like I have a whole bunch of other friends, but like the staples are Lucas and Justin.
Because it's different because like we've done almost everything together these last 6 years.
Yeah. Hey, when I turn 20, can we fuck bitches together?
That will be one of the things that we will not be doing together.
I respect
now,
that.
If they're in separate rooms, I wouldn't be obliged, but
oh yeah,
that'll be the quickest 30 seconds of your life. But I'll make it meaningful. I'll make it so meaningful.
You hear them, ladies?
And then give me 5 to 10 minutes, get my orange juice and cookie. We'll be right back at it.
Orange juice and cookie.
That's my method.
Damn. How much longer the orange juice and cookie gonna make you last?
45
minutes, right?
We might need 2 orange juices and cookies.
What's 45 seconds times 2?
1:30.
Shit, I don't know. It sounds about accurate. Hey, 1:30 seconds is better than 1 minute and no seconds.
No, that's just 1:30 now I think about it.
Oh.
That's like 2:45.
You know what?
Hey, you know what? We'll cross that road when we get there.
When we get there. Damn. Yo, I'm kind of nervous to go to college because I've been out for so fucking long. And it's like, I do a whole bunch of stuff to try and keep me focused. So like when I go back, it's like I'm still okay. So like right now, I'm not in school, but like I started the podcast, I do photography, I have a job, and I like do like other side projects and shit just to try and keep myself busy. So when I get back to school, my mindset is still on work.
Yeah, I think it really just depends on like what the curriculum at Emerson is really.
Well, that shit's hard.
Really?
I mean, it's pretty not hard.
Like how
hard.
different is it from Drexel?
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of like production.
Okay.
And like hardcore production. And like I'm definitely gonna go like really hard when I when I go
hard in that sauce.
Yeah pause
Pride.
yeah okay
Month.
respect and like it's just the teachers and shit and like everyone there is like so close to the industry and this that and the third, and like Emerson's like a really good school for film and shit, but at the same time it's kind of like, yo, I'm kind of nervous because it's like, what if I'm like not as good as I think I am? And I know I don't know if I told you, but they gave me like $10,000 more.
Yeah, I saw on your Snapchat.
Yeah. So they told me I'd be useful, and I believe in myself, but at times I do have like, I suffer from like self-doubt.
Yes, I hear that. I've never showed anyone, like, other than my classmates, my work. Like, I've never posted
Really?
my work anywhere. I am so insecure about my work that I just never show it to anyone. I haven't even showed my parents anything that I've made.
I don't show my parents myself because my parents are like hardcore Christians, and if they see my stuff, then like they're not gonna like it.
Like I could show them the silence stuff, but then it's like the stuff from remember Experimental, when I was complaining about Experimental a lot.
Yeah,
I could show them that, but
you can't show them sex ed.
That's not a video, Mom. That's just a joke we have where we go over sexual education.
Hey, yo, Justin and I was teachers, Mom, and we taught a class. Oh, I wasn't not supposed to.
That's literally the opposite of where I was going with.
Oh, I don't.
You know, if you ask about it, I'll show you at this point. Forget. I'm almost 21 years old. What are you gonna do? Ground me?
Yeah. You still in their house?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. How was COVID for you?
How was COVID?
Yeah, like, well, I know COVID is still here, but like,
How was my experience?
yeah.
Ass. You know that. But I'll go into details. So when COVID first hit, so when COVID first hit us, there's so many parts to it. When it hit school, everything was fine. I mean, sure, we had to leave. Nothing too crazy. That's fine. Then March comes around. It's like, becoming more of a thing in the States. That's fine too. My mom was like starting to get antsy about it, but nothing too overbearing. She made me wear a mask before it was mandated.
Right.
But that was only when I went out. But I could still go out to restaurants with like you and Kira. So I thought that was fine. And then the stay-at-home mandate started.
Yeah.
That sucked butts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. For like a month, for a whole month, I had not left the house. I hadn't gone out to get dinner. I hadn't gone out to get like any snacks from like Wawa or Rural Farms like I used to because my mom wouldn't let me. And then once that happens, my mom gets even worse. I can't even see friends for like months at a time. Like when we got back home from Drexel, I don't think I saw you again till like, I don't think like your birthday. Now I think about it. The only time before that was when you dropped something off and, I came back. We were coming back from Drexel and I was like I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of malnourished when he picked me up. Because at that point in my life, my whole eating schedule got like messed up. I ate like maybe one meal a day at that point.
And for those of you that don't know, we came back from Drexel in March. My birthday is in July.
That's like, 4 months?
Just about.
It's about 4 months that I had not seen him. Because my mom would not let me see other people for some reason.
Yeah.
And I get it when it first hit. But even now, my mom's like kind of opening up on restrictions. Like she only lets me hang out with like vaccinated people. So it's like, I guess.
What's your opinion on people who aren't vaccinated?
I respect them if they have valid reasons, I guess to say.
What would be a valid reason to you?
Like, I get people that have the concern that like the government. Okay, I not really. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't give you that one. People that have like medical conditions that don't allow them to get it.
Yeah.
The whole the government's placing a chip in me. I don't want them lying. I don't want them doing that. Look at your goddamn phone, Sally.
Thank you so much. I mean,
if they wanted to track you, there's so many other ways.
Like my thing is. People are always like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna implant a microchip in me." First of all, how are you gonna put a microchip in a liquid? That's the first thing.
Tiny micro.
Second thing, all right, because you got me there. I can't even lie. Second thing, you own a cellular device. If you own social media, fuck it. If you own a cell phone, at all times the government knows where you are.
You know what's a funny thing?
What?
It's the same bitches that be like, I don't want the government checking me with the chip, but got on their whole Snapchat location.
For real?
Like what? I could find you right now.
Yeah, I can't even lie. I be forgetting I have my Snap Map on sometimes.
Bro, I only have you and like 2 other people. I've got you, Devon, Japan girl. I don't even know why she has it, but she knows where I am just in case.
Just in case. Yeah, like. I go on there. I hardly ever go on there. But, like, I think I went on there recently. And I was like, oh, shoot. Who can see my location? I think I had, like, 20 people selected to see my location. I was like, nah, I gotta redo that. I can't have all these niggas knowing where I'm at. I can never let them niggas know my next move. Mm-hmm. And then it's weird seeing everybody on the Snap Maps. Because it's like.
When they're all, like, huddled up.
They're all huddled up. And it's like, damn, yo. Why ain't I get an invite? Yeah.
I feel about a lot of things, especially when I see the ones that get me is the ones at Drexel.
Yeah.
But then I realized niggas definitely giving head in that bathroom, and that's something I don't want to be a part of. Made me uncomfortable.
Or in the staircase.
You know who you are.
It's funny as hell though.
It was funny. My RA came saying, "Oh my God, what happened?" I'm like, "Oh."
That shit was funny as hell.
Yeah.
But damn, what I was gonna say?
We were talking about vaccinations.
Yeah, I was gonna change the topic though. Oh. Damn, you got anything you want to say?
I feel like I definitely wanted to talk about like the topic of like women and tall dudes, but I don't want to get into that because I don't want to be like regular women just look at us, they're like, oh, this is just two short niggas complaining. I don't want to hear this. Yeah. You're right, but you've already listened so far.
Yeah,
our perspective.
So you might as well just stick around. So my thing that I hate, and I was actually talking to Brandon yesterday about like the double standards and shit. By the way, check out the Brandon Alper Experience. Great ass podcast. Him and I did an episode yesterday, and I'm so lucky to be on there. So go check that out. Anyways, after the
Yeah, I hear you. This is the industry now. You got to put people on.
Exactly. And yeah. So my thing is like, as a short dude, I feel like it's so hard for us to thrive. Like
that's what I say this all the time. Like, there's no one that wants us. Short women don't want us. Not regular, but mid-height women don't want us. Tall women don't want us. It's like where do we lie? Where do we go to?
And like what they decide as short is like crazy to me. They'd be like, okay, if from the ranges of like 5 foot to like
5'8", right?
5'8", 5. I've seen some people say 5'10". That's short. From anywhere in between there, you're short. And I'm kind of like, yo, a lot of America isn't even 6 foot.
Bro, I think the average height for an American is like 5'6" or 5'7".
Yeah.
How am I supposed to beat the average?
I don't know. They be like, yo, you're not tall enough. It's genetics. What do you want me to do? They be like, oh, just eat more vegetables.
I wish you would tell me to just grow. Yeah. I wish you would tell me just grow.
And I mean, the double standards is crazy because I don't want to say too much and I don't want to get into it, but it's like, nah, fuck it.
Thank you, because I definitely have like a joke I want to say.
My thing is like, damn, I be second guessing, but I'm cool with it.
I was about to say I could take it right quick.
Go ahead, go crazy.
All right, here's what I hate. All right. I love social media. Social media is great because people people just be wilding, right?
Yeah.
And my favorite part of social media is just the comments. TikTok specifically. Now, all right, this is bad. We've got one friend. His name's Biko. Follow him on TikTok. I'm giving you the shout out, Biko.
Yeah.
Biko Sarkor. Great content. Pro-black.
We
love a
Biko.
brother.
I think his TikTok is like hardcore.
It's either that or just Biko Sarkor. Well,
It's something.
one of the two.
You'll find him.
Like if you just look up BIKO, there's only so many usernames that start
find
with
that nigga.
that, right? Anyway, so I remember this was a while ago, and Biko was talking like he was actually talking about this. He was talking about like women fetishizing like black, or not even black dudes, but like tall dudes in general.
Mm-hmm.
But then like he's bringing up the point of like, you know, body sizes and weight. And I'm thinking one comment triggered me a little bit because he was talking about it. She was like, some girl was all like, if you're short, just say that. For those of you who don't know, Biko is a smooth 6'3".
He's a tall ass nigga.
And I'm going through these toxic comments bashing on men for having short heights. And the only things I'm thinking is, damn, this a lot of short shaming. Well, time to go on Tinder to fat shame.
He said time to go on Tinder to fat shame. Yeah.
And for like a good cool 5 to 10 minutes.
Right.
I didn't say anything to these women, but I was definitely thinking them as I'm swiping. I'm like, hey, put that sandwich down.
My thing is like, I respect people for whatever they choose and however they choose to live their lifestyle.
It's okay to have preferences. I'm not gonna lie to that. But when you bring us down for not matching them, that's when I have a problem.
It's definitely, and I don't understand why it's okay that women can be like, or not even women. I'm pretty sure like
people in general,
they be like, oh yeah, short dudes aren't it, blah blah blah. Okay, but if I comment on something like your weight, then it's an issue. It doesn't make sense to me because I feel like if you don't want me to talk about you, don't talk about me. You can have your preferences. You just don't have to say it out loud. And you shouldn't get offended if you list your preferences and I list mine and you're not in my preferences. Like, y'all don't want to, like, you don't got to be in my preference. Like, you could be outside. And I'm not saying, like, anybody that's in my preference wants to date me and anybody outside my preference wants to date me. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying, like, you can't get mad that I have preferences when you also have your preferences. It just doesn't work. Mm-hmm. The double standards nowadays is like blowing my mind.
Man, that's just life at this point, honestly.
Yeah. You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think the gender pay gap is stupid.
I do think that's stupid. Women, if you're doing the same job as me, there is no reason why you shouldn't be getting paid the same as me.
That's a damn fact.
Oh my God. And then that brings another thing.
What's up?
Do you remember the Peyton joke?
Which one?
The one about the two lesbians. She was in class, right? Mm-hmm. And I think they were going over like pay differences. She was all, some dude was all like, he was talking about women and their regular pay. She's like, dang, I couldn't imagine living off a woman's pay. And he's like, damn, I feel so bad for lesbians.
Damn.
Like, dang. He's like, dang, could you imagine living off of two women's income? Couldn't be me.
That shit's fucking ass. My thing is like, it pretty much what you said. If we're doing the same shit, we should get paid the same. And women are actually like more important than men. If we're being if we're
being completely honest,
like
if I was on a planet of just dudes, I'm killing them.
Shit, I'm offing myself. I don't want to be fucking there. Cause like,
no boobs? Like what?
No boobs.
I mean, unless there's a fat dude, but it's not the same.
There would be none of these stuck up old niggas making rules against women without women. And like, I don't understand that.
That's what I've never understood. First of all, whenever anyone asks me about laws like abortion, my response is always this. Why would I, a man, have any say over what a woman should do with her body?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Let another woman decide that.
Her body, her choice. Niggas be, but I like, okay, I can see like in the abortion situations why some dudes could get like upset about it.
Yeah, like they want to have the kid, but the girl doesn't.
But at the same time,
You should have thought about that before, you nutted in shoddy.
yeah. Like, okay, the only reason, only way I'd like take the dude side in like an abortion case is they got like, if they both wanted the kid and they were going so far, and then she
just changed her mind out of nowhere.
Yeah, then I can understand like why.
It depends on the reasoning behind it.
That is also very true.
That's for me.
That's very.
She's like I'm scared I won't survive childbirth. That's fair.
That's completely
fair.
understandable.
But if it's just like I changed my mind at last minute, I might feel some type of way. But again, I'm a man. I have no choice. So hopefully, me and this girl could talk it through to the point where whatever decision we come to, it's justified between the both of us.
What is your ideal woman?
My ideal woman?
Yeah. If you could have like
build a bitch?
Yeah, pretty much. I was thinking of that. I was thinking of the song on TikTok. It was like, this ain't building bitch.
Dang.
What's your ideal one?
That's a good question. Frankly, she's got to have good teeth. That's a given. Yes. That's a given. I'm sorry, but I always tell people this. If you look like you've been chewing rocks, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Would you say that's the first thing you notice about a woman?
Yes. See, and people are going to get mad at this hair. I notice hair.
Yeah.
Like, for those of you who don't know, I'm, like, really into curly hair. Like, all types through, like, 3B to 4C.
Right.
Like, I know a lot about, like, natural hair care and stuff of that nature. So, I'm, like, really into that. So, I prefer, again, preference.
Yeah.
I can go outside of it. But, like, if, like, someone's asking me my preference, I prefer just curly, natural hair.
My thing is, girls never believe it when guys say the first thing we notice is a smile. And I think that's because like all girls think like all men are like just pigs, and they're very right to believe that. Yeah. Because a lot of us are. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of us are assholes.
Let me think. So you're asking me what I first noticed. Again, it all depends. Like where are we at? Where are the circumstances? Do I just walk up to a girl?
Okay. Say
Okay, because then in that case, I changed the order of things. I probably noticed hair before I noticed smile.
Right. Okay. Say you're sitting in class. You're sitting in new class, and a girl walks into the class. Who's the
front
first
of me,
thing?
behind me?
In front. Like you're sitting in front of the door, and she walks into the door in front of you. What's the first thing you notice?
I definitely notice hair first. I notice the hair type.
Hair type. That's understandable. Like if she's not smiling when she walks in, I probably like look at her face, like her facial structure, and like
yeah.
Like if her facial structure is right, then I'm all like yeah. Or okay, I can't say right because there's no
if it's
set definition of what's right and what's wrong.
Unless you count that weird Da Vinci thing where it's like the perfect face, and then I looked at that perfect face should be looking weird if we're being honest. People like mold it, and it's like
yeah, perfection is wrong.
Yes,
I feel like
is really wrong.
Anything perfect.
Hey, if you got an uneven face, hit me up. It don't gotta be proportionate. Your eye droop a little bit. That's fine with me.
What if you're like, what if her eye like on her cheek?
It's just a freak of nature at that point.
Okay, I have another unrelated question at all. Mm-hmm. What do you think happens after we die?
Oh shit! This is the stuff that makes me cry in the bathroom toilet.
On the bathroom toilet,
bro. I kid you not,
bro. What you be on,
bro? I kid you not. I'm like 7 years old, living in my apartment, and my mom left me alone for like 5 minutes. She hears crying from the bathroom, and it's just like 7-year-old just going, I don't want to die. Because it's like, it was the thought, okay, because we've talked about this a lot, but it's the thought of like being conscious for eternity that just scares the living shit out of me.
That
like
scares the fuck out of me.
I'm hoping it's like an eternal rest or something, or it's like I'm just in a sleeping state where I'm not conscious. Because I don't think I could like live with the fact that I'm here forever for like everything.
That's what scares me too, because like I'm a very avid Christian. Like I believe like after we die, we go to heaven and like that's it. But I know I should be satisfied with living in happiness forever, but I feel like it's
too much of a good thing for too long. Yes, that is a thing. That is a problem.
And it's like that shit is so weird to me because it's like I'm up there and all we're doing is just smiling and happy and laughing.
Hey, Bill, how was your day? Same as yesterday, Frank.
Like Damn, I've dead told you about the Good Place or the
Yeah. You spoiler alert, because I know this is where we're going. If you're watching this, we'll let's say skip about 10 minutes. Skip about 10 minutes, and then you should be good for spoilers.
10 minutes. All right, bet. So the Good Place is pretty much a show about 5. Is it 5 people? I think it's 4 people.
It is. I don't know. I don't watch it. Why was I thinking?
Jason, Tahani, Eleanor, and Chidi. And they're 4 people who died on Earth, and now they're living in what they believe to be the good place. And it turns out, after a few episodes, they realize they're not actually in the good place. They're in the bad place because of things they did on Earth. Like, Chidi, he got into the bad place because on Earth, he could never make up his mind, and he was always indecisive. Tahani, she got into the bad place because she can never be happy for other people's success. Jason, he was just fucking stupid. He died because he tried to like rob somewhere, and he was doing like whippets in like a in like a box and died or some shit.
That's so sad.
It's extremely sad. But like the gist of it is like they try and get their way to the good place, and they finally do get to the good place at the end, right? And they realize the problem in the good place is everybody's been there for so long, and they're just sitting there, and they're just so happy with everything. And they're like, yo, this is cool and all for a little bit, but we're fucking insane right now. Like, we don't want to be here anymore. So they come up with an idea, and they create a door that when you walk into it, you just become one with the universe, and you just lose consciousness, and that's it. And you're not forced to go through it, but you can go through it at whatever time you want. And I thought about that. And I was like, yo, that's a smart idea. But like,
it's a choice for me, like debating back and forth. I don't think I'd eventually make a decision when I'm like crazy, where I'm like, and I just jump through the door.
I think it's so scary to believe that one day we won't exist.
Yeah. The thought of like my consciousness is just gone.
That fucking horrifies me often. Like, I don't know why I think about it so often, because I just ponder on the thought. That was like that was my essay to get into Emerson. It was pretty much what happens after we die, and all the different.
That dude definitely cried on the toilet when he got home.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I remember when I want to say it was like 6 or 7 or whatever. Well, I was probably younger because I was living in New York at the time, and my mom was doing my hair one time. And she was doing my hair. She was talking about God. I said, Mommy, what's God? And she was telling me about God. And I was all like, God's stupid. she was like, watch your mouth. God not stupid. God, the reason you here. And I was like, okay. And I walked into my bedroom and I closed the door. I was looking out the window. I said, God, I'm sorry. You're not stupid. I don't know. And I started crying, yo. And I came out. I said, Mommy, I'm sorry. God's not stupid. She said, damn right. She went back to doing my hair. It was around Christmas time too, because my dad was drinking eggnog. And eggnog is nasty.
I actually like eggnog.
Ew. Why you like eggnog?
I don't know.
You know, you look like you like eggnog.
What does that mean?
You look like you like eggnog. What? You got a face of an eggnog liker. Tell me I'm wrong. I can't be wrong because you like eggnog. So you look like you like eggnog. I was right. Damn. You know, Justin, I think it's crazy. At Drexel, we always talked about starting our own podcast.
Yeah.
And we was always like, yo, we gonna go to the studio next week and we gonna do it.
We didn't even say we were gonna go to the studio. We just said we'd rent out the equipment, and I don't know where we thought we were gonna do it at.
We said we'd find out the information. We didn't even get out to renting out the equipment. We were like, yeah, we'll find out the information. Justin, I left Drexel over a year ago. I still can't tell you where the fuck that studio is.
There's a studio there.
Yes, because there's a radio station. No, it wasn't a podcast. We were going to do like a radio show.
Yeah, we were going to do it with Amy, right?
Yeah. I couldn't even tell you where the radio building is. Like, not at all.
You know where it probably is?
Where?
It's probably in those weird, like, basements. You know, like, there's, like recording studios in different, like, sections. Like, there's, like, 3 in U-Cross.
Yeah. But
then there's, like, another one underneath, where we used to have English with Jill.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I remember I went there one day for John, because that was the time he was doing a score.
Right.
And it's just in the basement. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Man, I remember going into the studio for the first time at Drexel. It was with Noah, because it was Noah and PJ, because PJ wanted me to make a video for him. It was like a
Visualizer.
Nah, it was like they wanted to start like a little web series or whatever. It's like this thing called The Cave, and The Cave is with producer called Kenny Beats, and he invites rappers to come and he makes a little beat or whatever, and they go and then they rap over the beat that he just made. And he wanted to do something like that, so he invited me to the studio to come see like how they do shit or whatever. And I was like, yo, music is fucking dope.
Is that when you got it? Nah, I definitely wasn't when you got into music there.
I've always wanted to do music. Like, music was definitely my first love before anything else. Like, my dream was to go to Juilliard and be a pianist. Today I could not imagine that fucking happening. But I always like to like make music and create and like write songs and stuff like that. And I think that's why I started like picking up music again. And I don't know like how serious I am about it, but I do like it. I feel like it gives me an outlet to create. But like, damn, yo, music making, like good music making, is not cheap.
Oh, I could have told you that.
Like, I think
producers are doing God's work.
Honestly, like, shout out to Grant Dawson. Grant Dawson's the one that produced my new song, and he's the GOAT. But his rate is actually a lot cheaper than a lot of other people.
Oh, I don't doubt it, because he's local.
Yeah, well, not even. Well, because in Delaware, I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of
artists trying to like, break into the scene.
Yeah, so see, he has like a lower price here. But like when he goes to LA to produce, he charges $600
an hour
per session. I think per song it's like $600. Oh my god! I don't know why I said $600 per hour. $600 per song. And I'm like, yo, and then I have to pay for the beat. Justin, I'm gonna be real with you.
How much you spend on that song? Like 300?
I think like 250.
That's not bad. I was thinking it was gonna be like way more, honestly.
Like with the beat and the buying the beat and buying the getting the production. Yeah, I think it's like 250. And then I'm probably gonna spend like another
250 on
advertising and stuff like that.
Advertising. How are you gonna advertise?
Well, shout out to Alani. Alani was telling me she really like knows how to like do social media marketing and stuff like that. So like I can give her like she can buy ads and stuff like that and have it placed in certain places. And then Grant was also telling me that his friend does Spotify playlists, and so he can try and get me on one of his friend's Spotify's playlists or whatever and see where that goes. I don't know if I can't lie, if the opportunity arose where I could be a TV star or I could be a music star, I'd choose music.
Yeah, I get that.
I like the idea of, I said this on the podcast episode with Amy too. I like the idea of going to a show and singing a song that I wrote and everybody there knows
just
my song.
Just loving it.
Yeah. Like, that's fucking crazy to me. Like, I want to be Drake so bad. I don't want to be Drake, but I want that Drake fame. I would say Michael Jackson fame, but that sounds crazy.
Nobody needed that. When women just started fainting at the side of him, that man had too much power. Like, that man had too much power.
A woman would die if she was in my seat and Michael Jackson was in your seat, and he just looked at her.
I don't think she died, but I think her heart would stop for.
Yeah, he'd blink at her. He wouldn't even say a word. She'd just be like, and then pass out. I love music, man.
Music is cool. Personally, me, I don't think I could ever be a musical artist.
You want to be a TV star, right? Well, not a TV star, but like,
I don't know what I want. There's not like any set thing that I want to become. I want to do a lot. Like, I want to make a television show that like goes into syndication for like years.
Define syndication.
Think of like The Big Bang Theory now. That show ended like 2-3 years ago, something like that.
Oh, they just keep going.
And they just keep doing reruns because everyone loved it so much.
So I want to like Young Sheldon.
No. That's a reboot. That's a reboot.
Spin-off. Yeah,
it's a spin-off. So that's not.
Are you talking syndication as in like they just keep playing that?
They just keep playing episodes over and over again because people are still watching it. It's like Friends.
Yeah.
I think barely anyone will ever get on Friends level of syndication or fame, but I'd like to be somewhere not close, but like something that goes on for like maybe 5 to 10 years after it airs.
I got a hot take.
Say it.
I don't think Friends was that funny.
Kanye didn't think so either.
Maybe I'm Kanye.
Maybe I'm Jen. Nah, I'm not Jen. I didn't think it was that funny either. Because here's the thing with me, I think for me to make like an actual like judgment call over Friends, I'd have to rewatch the whole series again to tell if it was good. Because the last time I watched Friends, I was like in 8th grade, and that was before I've had like knowledge of a filmmaker to like really appreciate jokes and such.
Right.
Like I think it was good. I do. Like I think I can understand why it lasted so long, but like I guess like maybe looking now, like I don't know. I just don't think it would be like that great to me. Like, fun fact: have you ever seen Jay-Z had something on YouTube called Moonlight? Right? I think is it a song?
Moonlight. Don't remember.
Okay, well if you go on YouTube and you look up Moonlight, it's something Carmichael. I don't know his name, but he's like a writer, actor, producer. It's Lakeith Stanfield.
Ooh.
And I forgot what the next guy's name.
Wait, is Moonlight, is that movie with or maybe I'm talking about the wrong thing. I know Moonlight.
I'm pretty sure we're not thinking the same thing right now.
Not.
But what it
Jay-Z
is,
wasn't in it.
yeah. But what it is, it's like I don't know what it is because I never finished it. I meant to finish it, but it's like it's a Friends parody, but with black people. And Lakeith Stanfield's in it. And fun fact, he didn't even know what Friends was until he filmed that.
Damn.
Yeah.
I fall asleep to Friends every night.
Yeah, I know. You're not a real fan.
But
neither am I.
Not. I don't know what it is, but like I usually keep my TV on like ESPN or whatever, and then when it's time for bed, I just turn to Nick, and then Friends is on.
Nick at night, yep.
I just fall asleep to Friends because why
I know
not?
it's something about Joey just saying how you doing. It just gets you right.
It makes you feel good.
It's like I'm doing good, Joey. Thanks for asking.
I would fall asleep to Friends or Young Sheldon.
Really, is Young Sheldon on Nick?
Yeah, Young Sheldon. I
think it is on Nick because it's weird. I don't know how they got the rights to it, but they did.
I don't understand the premise behind Young Sheldon.
Okay, I think you need to watch Big Bang Theory to really understand the premise.
Like, so I know he's young and he lives in the country or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. What it is, Young Sheldon is just a fan service for old Big Bang Theory fans. Like for years, like because I've watched all of Big Bang Theory. It's about the character on there, Sheldon Cooper, who's like, yeah, he's like he's a little strange, unorthodox individual that you don't really meet. But it's like that same character that like people are drawn to. And you hear all these stories about his past and his upbringing. I think Young Sheldon is kind of like, that fan service to fans that kind of explains how he got to, how he is then.
So what's your opinion on spinoffs? More in particular, SpongeBob SquarePants.
No, don't do it. For spinoffs, for me, I think personally, some spinoffs work. But if it's like a series that was like a Friends, because Friends had a spinoff. I don't know if you know that.
I did not.
Friends had a spinoff called Joey, where it's just about Joey pursuing his acting career. Joey failed.
I bet.
So I think some shows can do spinoffs, but others can't. So like the shows that can't are shows like Friends that have been like doing astronomically well, where they like last 10 seasons. And like people love this. Because when you make a spinoff, you have a certain level you have to like reach in order to keep that same audience. But when you're on like an astronomical level like that's like higher than the average television show, you're never going to be able to amount to that.
And that's what pisses me off. Well, there are a lot of things pisses me off about
the SpongeBob one.
About them rebooting SpongeBob.
First of all, SpongeBob's too long right now, and I'm surprised it's still going.
One, it's too long, and two, the creator before he passed away didn't want any spinoffs to happen. And I just feel like that just shows that no matter how much good you do in an industry, they'll never care about you.
It's all about money, man.
For real. Like, they've created 2 SpongeBob spinoffs so far.
I don't even remember the first.
The first one was something called, like, Camp Coral, and it was, like, 3D animated.
Oh, they're not still going with that?
I think they still are.
Oh, my God. That sucks.
And then the next one is The Patrick Show.
The Patrick Show. Yeah.
And that premieres in, like, July, and it's like, yo, why would you do that?
I think that's probably my only problem with the industry that we're going into is that people do not care about anything but money. No, they don't have any like care to anyone's regards or anything. And that just shows it.
Creativity is dead nowadays.
at that same logic, then how do you feel about the iCarly reboot?
It's funny you say that because I was watching I think I'm on the 3rd episode now.
Third?
Yeah.
Did they release all of them? Or is
They
it
released 3 episodes only.
okay?
It's interesting
Like,
because Sam's not in it.
yeah, and I if you know her reason, I totally respect her.
I definitely respect her reason. I haven't seen Gibby in it. I don't know if he's gonna be in it later on.
I know someone had a question about that, and it was a video. I just never clicked it.
It's not bad so far. They kept the same theme song, and Miranda Cosgrove still sounds the same.
Yeah, she kind of still looks the same too.
Yep.
Yo, shout out Jerry Trainer. Whatever your skin routine is, give that to me, man.
He looks and sounds the exact same.
God,
Freddie's mom too,
bro. I know we say black don't crack,
but
that don't either. Apparently,
whatever they on is a different breed.
Neutrogena, bitch,
for real. And it's weird. Damn. Spoiler alert. All right, because for those who haven't seen it, I don't know if you want me to tell you or not.
I don't care. It's only 3 episodes. It's not a big spoiler.
True.
Hey, skip I'm gonna say a minute.
Yeah, Freddie has a daughter.
Oh no, that was already seen in the trailer.
Okay, yeah, Freddie has an adopted daughter.
Oh, she didn't look light skinned. Now I think about it.
Yeah, she light skinned, and it's weird because I don't know if we were just young, but now that I'm older, I think the only person that's really
black.
good. No, the really person. Oh, there is a black chick on the show too.
I know. I was about to say the only black person on iCarly was Tebow.
Yeah,
is he there?
I haven't seen him yet, but I hope he's still there. My thing is, the actors kind of suck. Miranda Cosgrove, or I don't know if
how about Jerry Trainer? You think he sucks?
No, Jerry Trainer's just great.
I was about to say Jerry Trainer is a gift.
Yes, literally.
A gift we have to press.
Him and Freddie's mom. I don't know what they do, but Freddie, he seemed like he's overacting, and I don't really like it.
I think maybe he's trying to do what he did as a kid.
Yeah,
and I think as a child actor, you definitely have to overact for your audience because that's what it is. But I think for the reboot, because the reboot is actually centered for that past audience that's grown up now.
Oh yeah, so you can definitely tell because they made some
Easter eggs.
Yeah, not even the Easter eggs. They definitely implemented some sexual jokes.
Oh
so
yes,
far.
yes. They I saw on YouTube Jerry Trainer and Nathan Kress promised there will be sexual situations.
And I was talking to Brandon today, and Brandon was like, "Damn, I want to see Miranda Cosgrove throw it back." I was like, "Yo, I can't. I'm not mad at that."
Hey, yo, shake that ass, Carly.
Oh yeah, $1. I would love to see.
Hey,
that.
what you doing for the gram?
Also, Carly's a social media influencer now, and Spencer's fucking rich.
Off art?
Yeah.
The shit that kept catching on fire?
The first thing they showed, his shit caught on fire. he had a sculpture in the White House, and it was like,
hey, Obama, Trump, at the time.
Dear God, I hope it was Obama.
It's 10 years. It's been 10 years. I'd like to think. Yeah, it was definitely Obama because they had Michelle on the show. He had connections. Yeah. Obama brought it in.
Absolutely.
We love Obama.
But it was like a marshmallow sculpture, I think. And they brought it in and it was melted. And someone was like, yo, Freddie was like, I love how the melting just signifies the economy and how it's just breaking down. And Spencer was like, yeah. Then leaning over to the other person, that shit was just an accident. And then his other art caught on fire, and the other chick was like, wow. It tells me you got to build something up and burn it down to reinvent yourself. And I was like, yo, if that's what art is, we should be fucking artists.
I was about to say firemen, but yeah, that works too.
Oh, damn. I feel like we should get canvas and throw paint on them and then set it on fire.
Side note, what do you think about naked paintings where it's just a girl's butt cheeks on a thing?
Yo, honestly, I feel like that shit's kind of weird. Could you imagine being a nude Why could you imagine being a nude model?
Oh, I'm getting paid for being naked, bro. That's like getting paid for just being me 50% of the time.
But you just gotta stand still for so long.
Yeah, I think my worst fear would be getting an erection as someone paints me.
Oh my gosh. Hey, that's fucking with the paint. Oh no. Oh God. Yeah. That'd be crazy.
Damn.
I think we covered a lot of shit today.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I don't know, really. I mean, I don't think we've covered everything, but
I don't think so either.
and I'm not gonna say we've covered a lot because we could go on for hours
on and
on
on and
end.
on.
But we're not gonna do that to you because for the people that are still listening to this,
Make sure you're talking to the mic.
for the people that are still listening to this, y'all must have been real bored.
Yeah.
But we respect you for it.
I feel like we're pretty entertaining.
I'd like to think so. And if not, I'm in the wrong industry.
I'm saying it now. Would you be on another episode of Talks with Ken?
Oh, definitely. I was gonna tell you, like, based off my school schedule, I only like if we want to keep doing it on Thursday, that actually works perfect for me because I get out of class at like 3:20, so then I can just go to work and then I can come right here afterwards.
You heard it here first. Justin Tyrone Washington. I think that's why I have a Tyrannosaurus next to your name on my phone. Tyrone, Tyrannosaurus. It makes sense.
I just like dinosaurs, bro. I just like dinosaurs, bro.
That makes sense. He's gonna be on more episodes. So fuck yeah. You know what I like about podcasts?
We can say anything.
Yes, you can say anything and everything.
Nipples
Big,
and everything.
big titties.
Oh, I love titties.
Yeah. Boobs or ass.
I know it's gonna be an unpopular opinion, but I just like boobs a lot, bro. I don't know what it is.
I like boobs too. Boobs
Like-
are like
Like ass is cool and all, and it's nice for like when you're going in. But if I'm staring at one of the two, I'm looking at boobs, bro. Like I'm looking at boobs. Boobs just look so nice.
damn. I think there was one thing I wanted to talk about before we left. Hold on, wait, let me check. Keep them entertained.
All right. I'm gonna be real, guys. McDonald's just isn't as good as it used to be. Like when we were younger. I don't know, just because like I go like almost years at a time before eating McDonald's. But every time I eat it, I'm just kind of disappointed. And it's like, why did I put that in my body? Like, oh, even the fries just aren't as good as anymore. And I think like after seeing that like weird image of like the nuggets like in that gray liquid.
Oh, in the pink slime and shit?
Yeah, I'm like, I'll still eat it regardless, but like it's never gonna hit the same as getting a toy and like the Happy Meal.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite part of the Happy Meal was?
What?
Is when you'd flip it over and you'd see what the next toy was.
The next toy is on the
Yes,
bottom,
bro.
yeah. I felt like I was so cool.
I'm like, oh, guys, you won't believe what the next drop is gonna be.
They got Batman coming, nigga. They got
Batman,
Batman.
bro, you not gonna believe it.
All right. One thing I did want to ask you, what inspired you to be funny? Like what inspired you to focus on like comedy? What made you fall in love with it?
With comedy,
Yeah.
I always hope someone would ask me this question too. I have one person to thank for teaching me that I was funny. So when I was in Texas, I was in 4th grade or 3rd, one of the two. I was like 9 or 10. And I remember, if I doubt she'll ever hear this, but if this podcast ever takes off and like people listen to this, I need you to find this girl for me. Her name was Sierra. We went to Specht Elementary together. I cannot remember her last name, but I remember I'm talking, right? And at this point, like, I'm not gonna say I'm cute or anything. I'm kind of like, I'm not weird either, but I'm just average, right?
Right.
Sierra would laugh at like everything I said. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Damn.
So she'd keep laughing, right? And eventually, as we like kept talking, I was able to like catch up on the patterns. Cause like how I learned about comedy is like, I have a general like gut feeling over like what's funny. Like I can feel like this would probably make someone laugh if I say it.
Right.
So as I'm like talking to her, she's like laughing at everything I say. And I start seeing the pattern of like, you know, what works and what doesn't. So then, you know, as I'm talking to her, it was really at that point where I like started being a class clown. Like I didn't take it more seriously, but I started letting my gut really take the reins of that. So it was thanks to her that I realized that I was funny. And just ever since then, I've just been, you know, making the jokes that I do. And of course, like, you know, as I've gotten older and I've met different people, like my humor has evolved, and I start saying nigga. That shit's fun. That's really fun.
Niggas always get a laugh.
Oh
out of
my
people.
god.
I'd say the reason I'm not funny, but I'm funny. I feel like the reason I'm funny is because of women.
Yeah, I gotta say, self-deprecating humor was a huge part of me.
Yeah.
I still self-deprecate.
For me, it's like, yo, I'm short. I have to compensate.
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. Plus,
The
my
humor.
friend, I think it was either you or someone that always told me, like, I didn't have a lot of confidence in my looks, like, growing up. Even now, like I have breakups now, but like when I first hit puberty, bro, it was terrible.
Damn.
Like, it was worse than high school.
Damn.
Like, I'd be picking at that like almost all the time.
Damn.
So anyway, I remember something I lived by was, if you make a girl laugh, a lot of the time she closes her eyes.
Uh-huh.
So you just gotta constantly have her laughing so she doesn't look closely at your details.
That's how I got my first girlfriend. Shoot, I look back at the picture of when I asked Alexis to homecoming, and I look at that shit. I'm like, damn, yo, I'm a really funny ass nigga.
You know what really got me? And no offense to you, I don't think you're ugly at all. But you have one photo where your head just looked rough.
Are you talking about
The one in front of the staircase?
Yes.
And she's kissing you in your sweats.
And I was like, yo, shorty had to like.
I'm about to say, what?
I don't want to
I'm
say.
like, he was hilarious, man. He was hilarious.
I was extremely funny because I look back at that picture and I'm like, yo, I was fucking ugly.
I'm not gonna say that, but
I
you did look rough in that.
I did look extremely rough. Like I had my good phases, but like that shit.
That
right
was
there.
that was just rough, buddy. And I'd say this not to like bring you down, but as a friend, you looked rough in that.
Bro, trust me, I know. I looked at that shit and I'm like, damn. I need you to give the viewers a song recommendation.
A song recommendation?
Yep, I'm gonna start doing that whenever my guests come on. I'm gonna have them give a song recommendation.
What's the mood? Set the mood. Tell me what you want.
Give them a song that'll go well with "Summertime in Paris."
Summertime in Paris? Dang, there's not a lot of stuff that can match Summertime in Paris. That's just because that holds like a deep sentimental value with me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going for like a R&B, haha, no one can hear you, and I think it's by Gallant. That is a great song.
How do you spell gallant?
G. You know what? Let me just look it up just to make sure we have. Okay, yeah, Gallant.
That sounds like gallant.
I also like The Recipe by Sir.
Oh my gosh.
The Recipe by Sir. I can't express to you how amazing that song is.
Yeah.
Like that, when I first listened to that song, I started it over before it even finished.
Damn.
That's how good it was.
I kept that shit. The first time you showed it to me, I played it on repeat for a hot minute. Like at work, I worked an 8-hour shift. This was back at Craft. And
Yeah.
was a lot of listening to music. I worked an 8-hour shift. I listened to The Recipe for about 3 hours straight.
Oh my god,
It's so good.
it is so good, right?
Like, sir.
So bump that. I take haha, no one can hear you. Listen to The Recipe by Sir.
Yes.
You will not regret it.
You will love it. And I think that's a wrap.
I'd like to. Well, maybe it's a wrap. I don't know.
Well, do you want to say?
I don't have anything else to say, so it just has to be.
All right. Oh, I gotta give sports takes real quick. The 76ers fucking suck. The Bucks folded big time, and sucks about the Suns. CP3. I hope you recover because I really want to see the Suns in the finals. The Clippers. Damn, yo, Kawhi getting hurt. Everybody's getting hurt. That shit's ass. LaMelo won Rookie of the Year. I feel like it was gonna be him regardless. Either him or Anthony Edwards, but like he did a lot more. MVP Jokic. That shit's crazy. It should have been Steph Curry, but you know politics and shit. The MVP of the league got swept this year, so that's fucking crazy.
And shout out Kevin Ware. He ain't been in sports recently, but I saw a photo from where he popped his leg out. I'm like, yo, that's fucked up what happened to you, bro. I hope you've healed. And I don't know if you have a career because I don't know if that's something you come back
I
from.
don't think you can.
Yeah, you saw your own bone. I'd be scared of myself at that point.
That what you just said, like, yo, shout out to him. That reminded me of the black guy that walked up to the little like Jewish kid or whatever. Oh my gosh. And he was all, what did he say?
He said, hey, yo, that's fucked up what they be doing to y'all. Real shit. I was talking to my homies about that yesterday. I bet you had the cleanest shit, but then they just shaved your whole mitt, bro. But for real, I'm sorry, but it's your life. Fuck it, I guess.
And on that note, I feel like we should end it. Thank you, Justin, for coming on the Talks with Ken podcast.
I'll be back soon.
I can't wait to have you on again, and I bet the viewers would love to hear your voice again more. And I think that's a wrap. Make sure you follow all the socials. And give Justin's first. You want to shout out your Instagram?
I mean, I don't really care if anyone follows me because
Gotcha.
I don't. Social media isn't. I barely really use it besides TikTok. But if
Gotcha.
you want to, it's just _ Justin WA.
Got you. Follow me, Instagram, the main one, Talks with Ken. Twitter, Talks with Ken. TikTok, Talks with Ken. Everywhere you go, Talks with Ken. Thank you. And then my other one is, the main one is Kendel at k.ndel.
Hey, K.E.N.N.I.S.
Yeah.
A lot of people get confused on how to spell Kendel.
Yeah, I don't understand why, but they do. And
I understand why, but it's the pronouncing that I don't understand.
I don't understand that. Because I tell people, I'm like, yo, my name's Kendel. And they're like, oh, Kendall? You just heard me say Kendel, and you chose to say
You
it
chose
wrong.
to still say that.
You chose to do that. I don't understand. And then, what else is there? Oh, I'm dropping a new song. The song's going to be out. I already tell you guys this, but the song's going to be out next Friday. So you're listening to this on Friday because this episode is going to drop on Friday or pretty much tomorrow.
So is it going to drop on? Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You know what you should do for your next episode?
What?
I'll tell you later.
All right, bet. You guys will find out on the next episode. But yeah, Not With Me by Katie Sizzle will be out next week. And shout out to Camille for doing the cover art. Justin saw the cover art so far. What'd you think?
I thought it was dope. I didn't know why you were crying over stick figures, though.
You saw this one stick figure. She was kind of thick.
This has been Talks with Ken. This has been Talks with Ken. Shut it down. Shut it down.